football review podcast, I suppose. Have you all had enough days to decompress from that meltdown?
I'm not sure. It was in my notes here. I have shit game. So
Yeah.
We're done.
Yeah.
it was bad from top to bottom. I will say that the defense picked it up big time after halftime. A little too late for everything, but the offense has to pull their head out of their asses.
What's crazy is how bad that game felt. We were never really out of it. Right?
We weren't. It was only by a touchdown, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We were marching in the end there. It was just nothing felt like it was going well, but we were still in that game.
Yeah. I mean, how of a hook and ladder play at the end? The fourth and was it 27?
27.
Yeah.
That was amazing. And everything that Sean said, Denny said, in years past with even other teams, the stars were aligning. This was going to be a victory. And, you get a 4th and 27. You're right, Kyle?
Yep, I'm fine.
Okay. You get a 4th and 27. You complete that with a hook and ladder pass that might work 10% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that doesn't happen. That happens in video games. It doesn't. Maybe a turkey bowl.
The only other time I remember it working was, it might not have been the same thing, but the Miami against New England, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, whatever it was. It was like the last game of the year. Gronk was it had to be longer than that. Gronk was in the end zone, trying to get the guy. But that kind of worked out. But they usually don't work out, especially for as well as it worked out this time.
Under a minute with 2 minutes. Under a minute with 2 timeouts left, and you're within the 20-yard line. With Josh Allen as your quarterback, and somehow we ended up losing that game, and that doesn't make sense. As you alluded to, Sean, those games where you can't step on your opponent's neck, where you can't distance yourself and put them away, are the ones that bite you in the ass. And somehow this team wasn't able to continue that trend, and they ended up losing. In a game that I have was winnable.
It was very winnable. I mean, to me, I forget where in the last drive that this happened, but Deion Dawkins can't do the 4th and 1, get called for a false start.
That hurt.
Absolutely not.
He got his ass whooped all day, and I mean, I think everybody did that day on the offensive line, but your big money-making guy on the offensive line, he makes way more money than anybody else. He's not a team captain, but he's a team leader, and he's definitely not. You can't expect that guy to make that mistake. If he's a rookie, you kind of draw it up to a rookie mistake, whatever. But this is his 7th or 8th year, whatever it is, and so you just can't. That can't happen. And I would like to see Deion Dawkins penalties compared to the rest of the offensive line. And I wonder how, who has more, to be honest with you. So I'm just saying, I forgot where it was in the sequence of events that happened at the end of the game, but you can't, that's like a microcosm for the whole game. You just can't have that shit happen.
Hey, Dennis, a viewer on YouTube thinks you're hot, that you sound hot.
Oh, well, I mean, most people do. You have to narrow that down.
Yeah. Is anyone concerned about the Bills are 1-4 or 1-3 in the road games?
I was thinking about that today. Yeah.
I believe since 2020 or 21, I heard a stat today that they're 11-12 on the road.
Well, that's going to be a problem because guess where we're not going to be if we make the playoffs?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Right now we're facing Denver if it started today.
In Mile.
Yeah.
Is there a theory behind why you think they're struggling on the road this year?
Josh, 100%. It's him.
Why do you think it's him on the road?
I've been watching the game. I make a lot of apologies for Josh. It's stupid mistakes sometimes. He makes up for it a lot. But if you watch, he's holding the ball way too long.
I got a response for that.
He looks shell shocked in a lot of these close games too, and he's trying way too hard to hit the home run, and he's missing guys who are wide open all the time. I don't really think receivers as big a problem as people are making it out to be. I think that he is really causing a lot of their issues. I don't know what's in his head, but it's an unpopular stance, and I'm fine with that. But I think right now Allen is probably one of the, and again, for as great as he can be, he's causing a lot of these issues with some of his play.
And I'll push back a little on that. And I don't necessarily disagree with you, but how many times did he get sacked this weekend? I mean,
8.
yeah,
Ocho.
he's
The
holding
most
the
ever.
ball too long. He's running backwards instead of getting rid of it. That's his
Okay.
fault.
Yeah.
All I'll say is that because of the offense, and I keep hearing this term of mesh,
Yeah.
it takes time for the receivers to get open. So Josh has to hold on to the ball to wait for guys to get open because they're not getting open faster, and your O-line is struggling now.
I think
So you
doesn't trust the guys who are open. That's part of the problem.
Yeah.
There are guys.
Or they're open and you can't find them fast enough, or it's too late.
But I'd like to just, if you don't mind, sorry. Yes, some of those are definitely covered sacks. Some of them are sacks that he should have gotten rid of the ball, but he has no time. In that game, these guys were across the line of scrimmage every time. And how many times they had the defenses disguised where the guy coming through is untouched, completely untouched. And I understand that, we have to set up and defend that and all that kind of thing, but they disguised it so well, I think it got by us many times.
That's true.
You know,
They were bad magic for us.
and they're a good defense. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from that. And I think it was actually you who said it, that if we were in that game all the way to the end with as bad as things went, with the 8 sacks, with the bad throws. There were some really bad throws. So, I feel like if we can just tune a couple little things, I don't think it's quite as bad as people think it is. I am worried about the on the road part. That I am worried about because if we're fortunate to make the playoffs, we're going to be on the road for all of it unless something crazy happens. Maybe the AFC Championship would be here if we made it that far. So we're going to need to figure out a way to win on the road.
The thing that gets real quick though about, not a pushback, but I get a side point. He used to be able to avoid those sacks by running over somebody or making some incredible play. He hasn't been doing it.
Right.
He's not running to the right and throwing it down the sideline like a needle to Shakir or something anymore. He's not seeing the the press coming and then running through and up to try and rip off 7 or 8 yards, whatever he used to do. Like something in his game has changed. Whether they said don't run or take the sack or whatever, I think it's complicated. And I get it. Yeah, there's definitely he's not getting a ton of time. But if you look at the stats, like that time, like average time of release versus how long he's holding it, he's holding it longer than the league average.
I don't disagree. And just real quick too, to our YouTubers, Alyssa, we will get to Thursday's game. That's usually a little bit further down, but we will touch base on that.
How are you seeing this?
I'm watching the stream.
Oh, shit. Awesome. Thank you.
And I'm going to try and pronounce this. It's all just a bunch of letters. Is the guy's name, the girl's name. What do you mean a guy can't find balls fast enough? Should be easy.
You would think so.
We need that person in this room.
Yes, come to the studio.
He's on.
Yes.
I'm gonna bail Josh Allen out, and
You're gonna blame Joe Brady.
I'm gonna say Josh Allen. I'm actually gonna not blame Haley's husband. I don't know if you caught that sign in the stadium. There was a lady holding up a sign that says, "I'm here supporting Haley's husband." I thought it was fantastic. I don't think it's Josh Allen at all. I think it is Brady. This is probably the third game where it was the Buffalo Bills were convincingly outcoached. The layman Bills fan knew that Josh Allen and the offensive line was going up against one of the best defenses.
Yep.
However you want to rank them.
Yep.
Number one. And they prepared for it like they prepared for any other game. And that's what I came away with. Josh was under siege because he was going up against some elite front four that he probably hadn't seen as much this season. And I will say Josh was guilty of probably doing a little bit more than he should have. But I think he was also following the instructions that the offensive coordinator, Brady, should have been better prepared for that.
Can I push back?
I would love for you to push back.
He's an 8-year veteran, right? He's a fucking superstar, the MVP of the league. You're telling me he can't pull a Peyton Manning and change the play?
I'm gonna push back on you. I watched Dennis Rodman and the Bad Boys dismantle Michael Jordan, who is by far and wide the most gifted basketball player. I'm sorry, Kobe. I'm sorry, LeBron's that of my generation. All right, those guys are up there, but they're not quite Jordan. I watched them manhandle Michael Jordan, and win championships. It doesn't matter how great you are. You can be defeated if the plan isn't up to snuff.
So, can I interrupt? Can I?
I would love for you to push back.
I guess. I don't know. It's not really a pushback. So I think Josh Allen, there's something going on. He just isn't firing on all cylinders. You can say what you want. You can maybe he's not happy at home, or he did too many commercials this offseason. Who knows? I think the big thing that bothered me was that the offensive coordinator and whoever else was in charge, maybe the quarterback's coach, they didn't have a plan for the offense. Like after the first 5-10 minutes, after the first 10 minutes, you know you were getting your ass kicked. And you did nothing the entire game to do anything about it. You didn't. I think there was one time, a few times maybe, where somebody chipped one of the defensive ends, the stud defensive ends, and they are very good. The other thing was, like, why not? You have Josh Allen was one of the most athletic quarterbacks ever to play so far, arguably. Why not roll him out a little bit and like move the target?
They did one of their strategies, one of their game plans. I believe Joe Piscaglia brought this up. Was that their goal on the defensive line and their backers was to take Josh's rolling. He was not really ever able to roll to the right.
Yeah.
They realized that's what his strength is. That's what they like. They game plan to take that part of the field away from him. So again, another example of it looked like the Buffalo Bills were outcoached.
Yeah. Well, the last part of it was that we say all these games that have been happening that you just want to throw it away. You want to throw away that Atlanta game, everybody gets their ass kicked. You want to throw away the Miami game, everybody gets their ass kicked. This game, another one. Like there's just too many this year, and they're just not doing it. You can feel it in your heart that you can feel that they're just not going to have a chance. And yes, they might win a few more games, hopefully, and they might be fine for the playoffs. But the feeling's not there. There we go, Jim Mora.
I think I said earlier today, after listening to a couple Bills podcasts, that Joe Brady's offense has not grown or evolved from what it was last year, and I think a lot of teams have figured it out, and he hasn't been able to adjust and upgrade it. And we did sign Brandon Cooks today to the active roster. Does that mean he's going to play Sunday against the Steelers?
I think it's a good sign. He got signed to the active roster. He's not on the practice squad or anything, so I think it means that he might.
Game shape. It's not like we have to wait for him to get in the game shape. It's just a matter of
who is injured at the moment in the wide receiver that he's going to take a spot for.
Samuel, he's
out.
Not play.
Okay, it'll be telling.
He's a dumbass.
Well, okay, I want to talk about that. What do you think's going to happen with him?
I mean, I was
if they don't play him again because of not a short week and it's a 10-day bye, if you will, and he doesn't play, what does that tell you?
It's a bigger problem
that he's probably gone. He gone.
I agree. Yeah,
I think he plays.
Probably. I think Brady is more of the issue. Does anybody disagree?
No.
I don't want to come across as being like a Brady apologist either. I think he is definitely not adjusting at the rate that he should be to what they're seeing. And I think Dennis, you kind of agree with me. It just feels like Josh is off.
Yeah.
And it might be the scheme. It could be. It might be the fact that his receivers aren't super reliable. But last year, he had essentially the exact same thing, and they marched over everybody, felt like.
Yeah.
Right. So they figured out his mesh, and I don't even know what mesh really means. Anybody know what mesh means?
Well,
Where's Joe?
You would think there'd be more of like crossing patterns. That's what I thought of right away, but I don't know.
But the concepts look different than they did last year in a lot of the plays. I don't know if it's maybe just they're bad concepts or what, but it just feels like he should be able to. And you see him making play call changes at the line when he chests the defense and they do the motion and everything. He's looking and he's calling audibles. It's just he's not executing. He's even saying, "I'm missing throws, I'm missing guys," and you can see him. You watch you only saw that little bit of screen, but if you see when they do those zoom out things, there's guys that are open.
Yeah.
And he's like he could. All he's got to do is turn his head just slightly, and he'd catch it.
Right.
It's tough though. I mean, you're under duress a lot of the game. What was it, like 23 hits plus sacks? I mean, he was getting his ass whooped out there.
Plus, you had elements of the offensive line that were banged up too.
Yeah. Spencer Brown,
Brown,
he's out for a bit.
Mean,
Deion Dawkins, I know some guys on the panel are big fans of his. He is losing fan points with me.
Yeah.
he looks like
Leads the league.
shit out there.
Leads the league in false starts.
And his excuse will be is that he is farthest from the quarterback,
No,
right?
he said there's no excuse. That he's got to get it under control. He said that on his postgame. So, but
Well, like year 8 or so, like let's get it done.
that's my point. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not impressing me. And then that video that's going around of him just giving up on that block and then Josh gets hit, like that's not a good look. And that happens. Now, I'm not saying he's the only one that's been doing that,
No,
but
no. And I think a lot of what we're talking about here are all components, like everything. I don't think any of us are right and none of us are wrong. You know what I mean?
yeah.
The one thing I will say is that I'm far from a super intelligent football fan. I don't know the plays like us, but I can say, okay, 1st and 10, cook up the middle. 2nd and 6, going to be a screen to the left. Like if I'm doing that, sitting in my living room,
Right.
what are other defenses doing?
Oh, sure. And do you think that they also abandoned the run too early in the game?
No, it was not working. I'm not really sure if it was
No.
going to get back on track.
Cook ran for 45-yard touchdown.
We broke one.
That one.
But
yeah.
other than that, Sean is right. We were getting nowhere. We were having third and long,
Yeah.
every time. So
They were stuffing us quite comfortably in the first 2 quarters. I mean, the 45-yard run was spectacular, but even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Wow.
Like,
Wow, look at that.
Wow.
That's
Pulled that one out today, huh? Wow.
There it is.
Wow.
I kind of brought this up in our group text.
Cook had 116 yards on 17 carries.
right.
You could have ran him at least
About one.
10 more times.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, no, I get that, but I think Mike's it's a bit skewed. It's one of those things where again you pick up half that in one run. It kind of masks your day, but yeah,
You're not a math teacher, I see.
no, little okay,
A third.
but about a third. But yeah, overall, the eye test showed you that Cook and the offensive line compared to their defensive line and what they were bringing, they were stopping the run.
What do you think about, I don't know if you guys saw the play snap totals for some of these players, but Shavers went down quite a bit from the week before when he had a good game.
Maybe they anticipated that they knew they were going to go to Shavers because he was the hot hand now or something. I don't know. The chest
Yeah, but he wasn't even on the field for as many plays.
Right.
Yeah, that kind of makes me wonder a little bit because, we've been waiting for Shavers to kind of do something. He finally did. They got to give him more of an opportunity, I feel like.
Is there a preliminary injury report out yet?
Not yet.
Usually
I think
Wednesday.
tomorrow, yeah.
Is not Knox got hurt too, right? Is he hurt too?
That I don't know.
Or
I
no?
don't know. Glassjaw Kincaid is coming back from something.
Is he playing?
What about Glassjaw Ed Oliver?
He's done for
A
while.
year?
Well, not
No.
a year. He'll be back for the playoffs, I guess.
Playoffs.
I really thought that he was going to be back sooner. Oliver, the way he was talking and stuff, I really thought he was. But I don't want to rush it if he's not there.
No.
Is Greg Rousseau still on our team?
He is. I saw him out there. He's a real big target. You can see him. I feel like
God.
that's a little bit part of like our roster makeup is kind of the problem. And I know that he's on defense, but he's a good player, but he's not a great player. We need some better players. I feel like we just signed him to the big deal. He's got as many sacks as Ed Oliver, except for Rousseau has played every game. Ed Oliver's played 3.
Yeah.
So that's a problem. And I don't care who's on the other side, if Joey Bosa, who is also not lighting the world on fire, or if TJ Sanders is playing or whoever's playing beside him.
You notice how desperate they're getting now? They put TJ Sanders at the end.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And for them to be that desperate, I mean, I know injuries are a thing, but they're also a thing for 31 other teams.
Right.
And,
I don't think that game is as close as it is if Houston's rolling out their starting quarterback.
That's true.
I just kept
Yeah.
all game long. I'm like, oh, thank God this.
So the Bills have lost to Drake May, Tua, Penix, and who is this guy? Mills.
yeah, Davis
Mills.
I think.
Plural.
Yeah,
We're losing games we shouldn't be losing, right?
100%.
Yeah, but I want to.
What are you gonna do?
Not,
Push back?
no,
push
I
back,
don't want to
push
push back on that one. But this is if you've seen it, if you take it a step back and watch the 32 teams, there's a theme this year. There's a lot of teams,
Sure.
whether unexpected, whether it's the Packers, whether it's the Eagles against Dallas. There have been a ton of teams that have lost to teams that you're like, how did that happen? And the Bills are one of them. Bills are in that category of how did we lose that game? And we're seeing that on a much larger level this season.
It's happened too many times, though, to the Bills.
The Lions,
Yeah.
to the Giants. I mean, the Lions have
They
just
won.
as Did they beat the Giants?
in
Yeah,
overtime.
they beat them,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
That was last week's podcast.
That was last week's, but they lost the week before. I mean, you know,
Fuck with you, man.
I know. Okay,
The Lions did win in overtime.
that's good. I mean, it's great, but they're also now, I think, same as Buffalo in terms of their.
I don't know. I mean, Buffalo's tied right now with the Chargers and Jacksonville, I think.
Right.
7-4.
They're in the playoffs.
But Bills lose Sunday, they're going to be in trouble.
They're in trouble, but they're not in as much trouble as Kansas City was, as Baltimore was, as
Dude,
Baltimore
Baltimore's on a
is.
6-game winning streak.
I know.
Baltimore winning their division right now.
Probably
Dude, no thanks.
with Buffalo's help.
I think you said that Baltimore wasn't going to get in the playoffs
I
when they were
think-
1-5 or whatever it was. You were like, "No, they're out. They're done."
I had them done, but I believe that discussion was a couple of weeks ago. If they had lost against that divisional opponent,
What?
Moving now. It was
Oh, okay.
so they ended up winning, and they've been on a roll ever since. Good for them.
Uh,
They're still looking at 5 losses.
We're one away from that,
I get it.
Hey,
and they're
speaking of the
and they're
Ravens-
rolling.
Speaking of the Ravens, Lamar Jackson, there's something going on there.
He's hurt again,
He's hurt. He's not moving out of the pocket at all. Just about, not at all.
and I believe they saved Burrows for the matchup.
Yeah, for Thursday night.
Is
Yeah.
that's another Thanksgiving Day game?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
Who are
late
the
game,
who are the games Thursday?
KC Dallas.
Yep.
Ooh, that'll be a good game.
Detroit, and Green Bay.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be a game.
Like 12:30.
And there's a Black Friday game too.
Yeah, Eagles and Bears.
Bears. The Bears. Let's go to week 13 here. Pull that up. Okay, folk. Green Bay, Detroit, 1 p.m. KC, Dallas, 4:30. The night game is the Bengals and the Ravens and Friday. Oh my God, I cannot believe I'm going to say this. I did not realize the Bears were 8-3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Holy shit.
The best was when they won their last game and they showed Ben Johnson, the head coach, walking off the field, and they go, "Look at Ben Johnson. That's why they're 8-3. They won the game. And he looked pissed. He was pissed off at somebody, and that's why they're 8-3.
Yep. Bears, Eagles, and then Bills play Steelers at 4:25. That'll give me plenty of time to get home from Cleveland. So 7-4, 6-5. Is there a line on this game yet?
We were up, I believe, 3. I think they were giving us 3 points. We were up at 5, I think, and then all of a sudden it shifted to 3.
We are
Yahoo
3.5.
four.
I see.
Okay.
What do you got?
I got 4 on Yahoo.
Okay, so
So they're calling it even.
Has Aaron Rodgers ever beat Josh Allen?
Is he playing?
He's supposed to.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, man.
He wanted to play Chicago because he's always beaten them.
All right.
Yeah. But I don't know. Has he ever beaten Josh?
He might not have, because I know the Bill. No,
ask,
he has.
ask ChatGPT.
Because there was a game closer in Green Bay when Josh, not his rookie year, I think, but it was maybe the second year, where they got whooped.
And remember, he started that game. They ended up losing the
you're
first
right.
game of the
He
season.
gets
But I
the
don't.
win
I don't
over
think
his
he
two
does. He
snaps.
gets the win.
I don't know.
About that either. But technically, they. I don't know. I don't think he gets the win for that one, but
He played for 4 seconds. So
he did.
Yeah.
And the season was done.
But I got friends going down to that game this weekend, and I'll know more tomorrow. But I might be going to the New England game.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sunny Foxborough.
Yeah, I've never been to an away game ever. So,
Yeah, I've never. Yeah, I've never been to a.
Foxborough's interesting.
yeah.
It's going to be Orchard Park Field. So it's not like in the center of Boston.
From what I understand, that's their goal in Orchard Park is to make it more like the Foxborough.
Yes.
complex.
Yeah, because they have like shops and stuff,
The
right?
whole thing, yeah. That's what they're doing with the old stadium. They're not putting the parking lot back in there. They're building them there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did it?
Wow.
Shops, hotels, all the things.
I'm going to the last game at that stadium.
Me too.
Josh, you be there?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Nice, man.
The red helmets. I'm excited.
Yeah.
who
My
cares?
dad was at the
Just
first
fucking
game.
win.
He wants to go to the last one, so we're taking him.
Oh, nice.
He was at the first one.
Very first one. Yeah.
Oh,
He had
cool.
seasons for all the Super Bowl years. It was crazy.
Nice.
He had some great stories.
My story's not that good, but I was at the last game of the Odd. That was cool.
That is cool.
Adios.
We should have your dad on as a guest.
Oh man, he would probably get him drunk. He'll tell you some stories for sure.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. I told him to listen to the cast. He goes, "Oh yeah, he doesn't know what a cast is."
Did you guys find it funny when I sent that clip about guess the stadium based on the bathroom?
That was good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I knew it.
I did too. The very few times I've
Ugh.
been there.
Gross.
The trough.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I ever encountered the trough. I see guys washing their hands and pissing in the same receptacle. I'm like, Dad, where do you go to the bathroom? He's like, just pick something and go.
Remember they used to have the round ones in the middle? Are they still in there too? 'Cause I know the ones on the
I
wall.
think they got rid of some of that because it was pretty seedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Yeah.
So on the Facebook feed I have here, and many of the pages I follow that are Bills related, Bills removed play calling duties from Joe Brady.
That can't be right.
I don't.
Who's gonna call?
McDermott. Oh, somebody.
Call
Yeah, maybe. Is that true? The shit that he was claimed saying too.
Who?
Dable, they asked him something like apparently he was at the last 2 Bills games
Oh, really? I didn't hear
or
that.
watched the last 2, and he's like, "Oh, I could fix that." I don't know. Anyways, I was talking to a friend of ours. We'll just give him the initials JC from.
You know Jesus too.
Jesus Christ. Tell him to hook us up, man, with this Bill stuff.
I asked him what he thought of the game the other night, and he said, "I love this nickname for him, Fire McSlappy." Or no. Sorry. Oh my God, now I ruined it. Mick Clappy,
Yeah.
because he's always,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So, fire's ass.
I wonder what our
In
record
Bean.
is from the time that he started wearing the glasses to now. Maybe that's the problem. He needs contacts.
Oh, maybe.
What it is.
Anybody? I know it's injuries and this and that, but is anybody starting to question Bean?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Oh, God.
I heard this passion from this guy talking about turkey sucks.
Oh, dude, he has been living on
Josh
one or
Allen's
two
back?
good draft picks his entire career. Like he's I don't know, man. The cracks are starting to show pretty wide now, especially after his bitching about wide receivers is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Well, look at him now.
Yeah. Which I liked when he did that. But, I mean, obviously, I think he was wrong. And he proved that he was wrong
Absolutely.
when he tried to get Waddle.
Right.
So, I think you're right about the draft picks. They just haven't. He's had a few good ones, a few bad ones. But nothing that they seem to be doing is working.
There was that one. I know you guys listen to the morning show on GR there, but I think it's the
Do
young
not.
man, Joe was talking about how he's got this theory that why wouldn't you go for Waddle if it just meant changing the year of the draft pick, right?
Sure.
Why wouldn't you do that? And his theory is that somehow he's got some kind of inside line on Garrett after the season, and he's got to keep the draft capital to send to Cleveland so we could get Myles Garrett. And I'm like, that's
You think Cleveland
Exactly.
is going to give up that freak this year? Dude's got 18 sacks.
like in the offseason, and because they need.
Dude, there's no.
I don't know.
I mean, there was a debate about that when he was going through his contract. Like
Their
Buffalo
problem
was a
is
serious
they're on their 45th fucking quarterback,
I
and
get
one of them
it.
is Watson that they're still paying billions of dollars to.
Do you know who's never? I don't really know if this is true, but do you know who's
Tim
never
Couch.
won a Super Bowl MVP, a defensive end? I just don't think that's really possible. They have to move.
Von Miller did.
Wasn't he linebacker?
Von Miller won.
Oh,
Dude, you're off
nice.
the pod. You're off the pod.
He did.
I know someone
Dude,
won.
do some research.
I know someone won, but I think what is that 1 out of 52?
He won that Super Bowl.
Bro,
I get it.
If
You-
Bruce
you-
Smith, if the Bills
I
won
get
one,
it.
Bruce would have probably won
I
it
get it.
once.
I get it. But you don't take away from the fact. Cleveland needs a lot more than a stud defensive end. They
He
need a
is the
hell of-
team. There's
I
no
know.
way they're getting rid of him.
I get that, but you can't win with just one guy. You have to try and throw as many ping pong balls as you can to get
Not
these
darts?
positions filled.
Why not
Well,
darts?
Because that's what picks up the draft lottery.
And if they need a quarterback, if someone like the Bills are they willing to give them 2, 3, 4 picks, maybe
Right.
a couple firsts in there, who knows? I'm being I know,
I know.
but they can flip that to not only their
I
quarterback
know.
but another defensive player too. So
Yeah.
you can't buy a Ferrari if you're gonna
Right.
bring him a Cadillac.
100
It's just a theory.
Ooh,
I don't
dude,
think I
Chevy
want that to
Cavaliers. Sorry. I got all excited about 90s cars I couldn't have when I was a kid.
Cavalier
Oh,
or a Corsica?
He's great. He's
Luminous,
happen. Corsica, yeah. There you go.
Corsica, Beretta.
Yeah, my mom had 2 of those.
Oh,
Yeah, but I don't like that idea either, Dennis. I'm with you
Yeah.
on that. I feel like Bean is too hot to trot on getting that game-breaking defensive tackle that he's just been chasing since he tried to get Miller, and they're still stuck on this. We got to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs thing. They just whatever it is, their mentality is frozen on that. They keep getting beat by the same thing. Honestly, I feel like if this year goes worse for us, good. Maybe it'll break the fucking monotony over there, and they'll maybe shake some things up.
Ooh, we could get a better draft pick.
Correct.
Might be able to move up in the draft and get your number 1 wide receiver in the first round, so you can have him for 4 years cheap.
Maybe we need to break for a little while before they can get right.
Ugh.
Yeah,
been-
But we only
it's
have
been-
so long. With
So if that
Josh.
happens, is Josh Allen leaving town?
No,
I don't think.
I mean,
You know, the last time
Boys,
I heard
come
that
on.
was Buffalo Sabres 2011.
I could see him leave if if this
He's
falls
not.
down a little bit. Why?
He's not.
Why?
He's the king
Why?
of Buffalo.
Yeah.
Why?
He's the king of Buffalo.
So what?
He is beloved.
He's gonna.
Who
play
cares?
his contract
Kyle,
whenever he's going to.
Kyle, we've
Yeah.
debated this endlessly.
Bro, I
It's
cannot
not
wait for the day he
happening.
fucking leaves and I show up to your house with a big sign. I told you so. Turkey fucking sucks.
For those of you that are listening to this one, both my
Wait till Friday.
co-hosts to my right and my left, wait till Friday, do not like turkey on Thanksgiving.
I don't want to see him leave. It's going to happen.
It's not. It's
I think
not.
it's not.
Unless
gonna
they
happen for a
win.
while.
It's not.
I think it'll be a while.
3 years.
Yeah.
He'll be gone 3 years.
I would say probably
Kyle,
Bro, why are you telling me he's staying?
because he's
The-
won 5 AFC East championships.
So?
over the, I know so.
Thurman
but
Thomas left.
I get it. Thurman Thomas
end
left
of his
after 4 Super
That's
Bowls.
what I
The
just
Bills
said. He's
didn't
gonna
want
play
him
out his
anymore.
contract here, and then he might go somewhere.
I mean that and you know
How many
what?
years does he have left?
I
7? 6?
5, I think.
I think
5?
after
3
this
years,
season.
he'll probably be gone.
I don't think that's the case. I think
Okay.
he's going to play it out,
All right.
and I think
If-
they're going to have success. This team has been faithful and loyal to him. They have stocked him with the best.
They have not.
We've debated this.
They have not.
endlessly. It's not because they're penny pinching. It's not because
Bro,
of
they
salt.
pay him too fucking much
I
money
get
to
that.
afford anything decent.
That's what you have to pay.
And
MVP.
Bean sucks in the draft lately.
We debated that too. You know what? He has hits, he has misses. The team's going to make the playoffs. I'm at the stage right now where I just need them to get in and see what happens. That's it. That's where we are.
What did you
right
see? What have you seen the last couple of games that makes you feel warm and fuzzy that this team's going to do anything?
now. I mean, there's not a whole lot I can say. They're in playoff contention. They're in a
Sure,
comfortable
they're
spot
technically
right
not
now.
eliminated like
They're
the
not
Giants.
eliminated, right? So the bottom line is that you
Took me a
know
minute.
once you get in the playoffs in any sport, whether it's the World Series, Stanley Cup Finals, whatever, anything can happen. The Bills just need to get in and have one of those runs.
You guys
Get
seen
healthy.
have you seen that Bills records with Josh Allen mirror thing that's going on?
No.
Where do I find this?
It's you can find it anywhere on the internet, but basically like his first year, what his record was, and then with the playoff run, it was out in the wild card, and what we had for the season was what? What did we have? 10 and 6,
Probably.
and then the next year it was championship, AFC championship, right?
13 seconds.
And no, that was the first time we went there when they got Diggs.
What is this called?
It's like the mirroring of Josh Allen's playoffs. So basically, we're due for a wild card exit this year. That's what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, like I said, it happens. It's a dangerous time. For all of those franchises out there. I know he got to a Super Bowl, but you're looking at Cincinnati for the last 3 years have just been completely. Their hopes and their aspirations have been dashed because of injuries. We're not in that position where their stud quarterback with extreme promise, with offensive tools, has been derailed for almost 36 months right now. So it's not completely a debacle. I understand that's what the symmetry is kind of playing out, but I think the Bills, they get in the playoffs, they take a breath, and they say, we're one of a handful of franchises that have a shot to win. In teams like that, I've seen it in other sports, can get dangerous.
Let me guess. Boston Bruins.
No, I've seen them lose to teams that have gotten hot at the right time. So I mean, the Bills. I'm not sitting there being Mr. Ho-hum, the sky's falling. Just get in. It's a whole new season, and who knows? A lot of these teams that are in the playoffs right now are very inexperienced. All right, Denver got back last year.
Yep.
New England hasn't been back in a bit. I don't have the standings right there, but
The Colts.
the Colts. I mean, these are up and coming teams that don't know what it's like because they haven't been there in the last 3, 4, 5 years. Where the Bills have that playoff experience in the
Right now, New England Patriots would have the bye
fuckers.
and home field advantage that you said you'd sacrifice the bye,
I know.
and they're going to have it and eat their cake too
I get it.
if it ended today.
I eat those words. I think it's very comfortable to eat crow.
Is this true that the Patriots have the best record in football? They're 10-2, the only team.
I know.
Yep.
And didn't they lose two?
Rams are
of the first-
9-2, dude. Those are too scary. I don't want to play the Rams.
Yeah, 2 of the first 3 they lost. So I take it back. Not ready for prime time. Go New England Patriots. My son was correct.
So whoa! Your
No,
son?
no,
How
no,
about
no.
this guy right here?
Well, yeah.
Who told you that they were going to be good?
I get that. I think, Kyle, with you to my left, even you could not imagine 10-2.
We should go back to that. I didn't say 10-2, but I said they might win the AFC East.
Well, I mean, that's a fair August, September.
See, now I agree with
10
what you
and
said
2.
about, like, getting into the playoffs and see what happens. Like, I agree 100% with that. The thing is, I just don't have that feeling.
I get it. I get it.
I really don't. Like,
It's
I
called
would be
blind
more
optimistic.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Why do you have this feeling still?
Because they have what a lot of those teams don't have. They have experience in the big games. There's a different vibe.
They have an experience of losing in the big games.
But they're there.
Sure.
They've won
You got to
two.
get there to win.
They
You
have
gotta-
won
yep.
two. They have won. It's not like they've gone 5 years and been bounced out of the first round every single time. They have had tasted some success too. So, it's a whole different atmosphere. You got 52 guys. I don't know how many on those teams we talked about that are leading their divisions have actual playoff experience.
I will agree with you. New England to me feels like as fraudulent a 1 seed as Tennessee did years ago.
Mhm.
I just feel like they're going to get bounced in their for the divisional. They're winning a lot of close games. May plays pretty well, although he has shown some statistical regression lately. And I feel like once they get a little bit more deeper in if they get into a playoff run, they're going to be facing a lot harder teams. So I don't see them making it to the Super Bowl. this
Yeah.
year.
If they can win one of those two against Baltimore and Buffalo, then I'll crown them myself. I will take off the crown I will take off the Burger King crown and I will give it to them.
Do you think the Patriots are going to lose the AFC East? Like, are they going to win it?
I
Because
think-
here's our schedule.
I know
Giants, Bills, Ravens, Jets, Dolphins.
the Bills lost against the Houston Texans almost sealed our fate for us in terms of winning the division. That if we could have won that one, we could stay par, I think.
The Patriots could potentially go 11, 12, 13. They could go 14-3
I
and
get
losing to the
that.
Ravens potentially.
You know what? But that screams of I'm gonna have a great regular season, and then injuries creep up. That's what's going on right now. They're being bitten by the injury bug too, and I don't know if their depth is gonna allow them to be as successful as they are.
What is it? How's it go? Good teams find a way to win, and bad teams find a way to lose.
Yep. I guess. Kyle, look at their record.
10-2.
No, I know that, but the teams they've beaten. Run that down real quick.
Okay. Raiders, Dolphins, Steelers.
Stop right there.
Okay, we've played the Dolphins.
Oh, hold on, I know that, but Steelers, okay, that's an above 500 team. Keep going.
Panthers, we beat also.
I don't think they're above 500, but go ahead.
We beat them too.
I know that. I know.
Panthers are like 6 and some third.
I think they're 6-6
Yeah,
now.
Okay, they
Because
might
they
be.
lost last night.
Saints, we also played.
Keep going. Sorry.
Titans,
Keep
didn't we
going.
play them?
Keep going.
Or no?
Keep going.
We didn't play the Titans, right?
No.
Browns, Falcons, Buccaneers, Jets, Bengals.
Buccaneers, Bills, 3 teams above 500.
Listen, we were given
I
the
get it.
easy schedule
I
this
get
year,
it.
and we're not taking
I get it,
advantage.
but they've beaten 3 teams above 500. That's all I'm telling you. I'm not saying that they don't deserve their record. You got to play the teams that the schedule dictates you play. They've played and beaten 3 teams above 500 currently.
What's your wife telling you at home?
Oh, she's saying the same thing. She's all Kyle in terms of Josh is leaving us. She's sitting in a corner saying, getting ready to dab the tears off her face because Josh Allen's going to leave. That's her biggest.
I mean, I have noticed that he is better in commercials than playing football.
She's rough. I mean, she's rough on the Bills organization, but she, like me, is a Josh Allen apologist. I mean, that's just how it goes. Like, he is the best thing since sliced bread.
I just did a little research on something that you said. You were talking about just getting into the playoffs. Just get in there. It's all you have to do. And Kyle was pushing back with they have the best record, all this stuff. 107 NHL seasons. 8 President's Cup trophy winners have won the cup.
I know.
Wow,
I'm
nice.
I'm well aware of that.
Yeah.
I won that a couple of times, not winning.
I'm positive there's been more, but I
Right.
remember vividly the LA Kings. The LA Kings snuck into the playoffs
AC.
one year and won it.
Yeah.
So
Listen, there are no teams in this league where you're like, they're the sure runaways, right? It's a week-to-week league.
It's a weird year too.
It's a very weird year. I've said that I don't know how many times.
You thought that the Bills had the golden spoon in front of them, like, this is your year. We say it every year. Oh, this is the year. This was supposed to be the
year. We
year.
talked about them being undefeated, possibly.
Well, fucking Herb had him undefeated. Tim Paluch had him losing 2.
I think our strength of schedule has improved though too. If you look at some of the opponents that were supposed to be pushovers are not. So we've actually had a much tougher schedule than we thought we were going to have.
Yeah.
'Cause that's,
Okay.
Like you said, it's a week-to-week league. Teams get better.
What are your thoughts? What?
Just last point. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you finished 4th in your division, you're going to play the 4th teams that finished dead last in their divisions for your schedule coming up. Is that correct?
I think so.
That's how it
For
usually
the
goes.
for the crossover
For the
division,
crossover, right? So I mean that also plays in New England's favor as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
I get it. I don't read too deeply, Kyle, into their record.
I'm just calling what a spade's a spade. They're 10-2 and they're first in the division.
I get it. If
They could get the number 1 seed.
If they win 2, I guess if they win 2 with the number
Have the
1,
Bills got the 1 seed lately?
No, I know. But if they win 2 of those games, then I'll eat another side of turkey with Crow.
Turkey? Okay. You like turkey.
Love turkey, gobble.
What are your thoughts if the Bills come out of this 10-day bye looking like they did and lose to the Steelers? What are your thoughts then?
They're not good.
No.
I mean, I would have a real problem with coaching at that point for sure. Also with all the millionaires on the team that get your ass up and play. So I would have a lot of problems with them all. I mean, I think that we'll beat the Steelers, but I don't think by a whole lot. But I think that like they got embarrassed on national TV again. Like they did it in the Monday night game in Atlanta. The 2 blowout losses, I felt like, even though they weren't, like we talked about, the scores were not blowouts. But, I mean, anybody here can tell you we got our asses handed to us both games.
It's crazy how the defense is still doing what is enough to keep you in a game, but the offense can't do a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Or they can't do it when you need them to do it.
You know, we didn't bring them up yet, but this is the almost 180 opposite. The special teams, I was ripping on them. I get, right? They gave Josh Allen 0 good starting positions at all. The special teams hurt the Buffalo Bills.
Although that kickoff return was pretty good.
The kickoff
Yeah,
return
but
was the saving grace,
then didn't Ray Davis botch the other 2? Like,
I don't know.
he should have taken the ball out of the end zone at halftime. Instead, he kneels it, and you cost your team 15 yards at starting position.
Yeah.
Because if you kneel it in the end zone, you get it at the 35, and instead they took it at the 20 or something.
So it was one of those things where if you look at Josh Allen starting, where he's getting the ball, it's usually within their 25. It was terrible positioning to start the game. It was the exact carbon copy opposite of the game before.
I really think that if Joe Brady can get his head out of his ass, I think that this team, the offense, will turn around. But also, again, you've brought in how many wide receivers and nothing has changed? You've taken Keon Coleman off the field. Things got better, then now they're worse. And now you're bringing in another new guy. And like you said, in the beginning of the season, early in the season, Bean comes on and says, we don't have a fucking problem with our wide receivers. Now you're on 4.
What we're looking at here is too, Josh doesn't seem to have chemistry with any of these guys outside of Kincaid and Shakir. Right?
But I need to know. I need to find out what this mesh offense really is, because if it's really a slow developing where you have to wait for guys to get open instead of throwing guys open, that's right. That can't work.
You know what we need? We need Matt Collins.
You know what's funny is the two or three Bills podcasts. They're like, I'm okay with no Matt Collins. You brought in these name players of Elijah Moore and Palmer, and now you've got Brandon Cook and you've got Gabe Davis, who on the All-22 is doing all kinds of great things that Keon Coleman is not doing.
Josh Palmer surprised me. I thought he'd be much better than. I mean, I know he was hurt for a few games, but I thought he'd be much better than he is.
Yeah, no offense to Matt Collins, he actually just outperformed his contract. The Bills couldn't really afford to give him what he got from New England, and good for New England, good for him, Matt Collins. He's one of my favorites.
At this point, I would have rather kept Collins, paid him a little bit more money because he was cheap as shit, and not brought in Palmer for $8 million. Right? Did I say Samuel and him together are 13 between the two, 8 and 5?
Yeah, something like that.
But according to Bean, he didn't even have a chance because
Yeah.
when they said to him, "Why didn't you bring back?" He said, "You're going to have to ask back. We wanted him back."
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
By the way, I looked up mesh offense.
Thank you.
Google says this: a mesh offense is a football play concept where two receive. Oh, that's just a play, not a whole offense, I guess.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go onto YouTube.
Could have scored us a touchdown at the end of the game.
Well, it's exactly what I thought it was. The play I'm thinking of is that it's putting everybody together to hope that they create confusion, pretty much.
Right. And and that's one more thing I want to harp on. If it's not Brady, it's almost, again, the Buffalo Bills can't handle the pressure.
Okay, so let me interrupt for a second. It looks like the mesh offense is an offense that. Oh, this is interesting. Okay.
Do tell, Kyle. While he's working Google. Go ahead, Danny.
It says that it's good against zone and man coverage. I know that, but it talks about the quarterback progression of the reads progression.
So hold on. The mesh concept is a classic man beater that creates rubs and picks as players run across the field.
Yes.
While primarily used against man, it's also effective against the zone by having receivers throttle down in open space. So it sounds like this system is naturally a slow developing process because you got to wait for this guy to pick this guy, rub this guy, or block this guy, and I don't know.
See, my thing, it still comes back to adjustments. If that's not working, you need to have something in your holster that is going to work a little bit.
Mesh forces defenders to track underneath routes in man or zone. If run correctly, the scheme makes defenders bubble over opposing routes, which creates separation for the players to catch the ball on the move. Against zone coverage, those underneath routes continue their same path but settle into open space. The foundation of mesh rests on two routes: a shallow drag at 4 to 5 yards, a shallow drag from the opposite side of the formation, 5 to 6 yards. That answers our question on why does it always appear that we're not throwing the ball more than 5 or 6 yards down the field.
The other problem I have with that too goes back to what Sean and I were talking about at the beginning is the time that Josh needs. If you're a slow developing receiver, he can't just dump the ball, right? You can't just get rid of it right away. So a lot of times those pressures are going to come in, and then it turns into Josh won't get rid of the ball, Josh won't onto it. Now we've got mistakes, covered sacks, all the things.
But you had the tools. And I brought this up to, our text line, our text feed. You have two big body tight ends. You want to know what's a challenge?
3, technically.
But I don't know. I wouldn't put Kincaid up there. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, you're just talking Haas and Knox as your
talking
big bodies?
I'm talking like if you're getting heat
Okay.
because your quarterback's having to run around for his life, you throw two tight ends right there.
Or Alec Anderson.
Right. You throw two tight ends. You give that line on your quarterback the time they need.
Yeah.
You put two tight ends with your 5 linemen. You got a quarterback, running back. You have your 2 receivers, and you can give him the time for those receivers to develop those routes. They didn't do that one time. They didn't play that one time. They should have seen this. And I had an epiphany, Kyle. You know it comes once a season. I had an epiphany watching that game.
These guys still suck.
I can definitively declare the winner of the Brady versus Belichick debate. 100% hands down, it goes to Bill Belichick. I was convinced right there watching that game because every time the Patriots played someone, they took that opposing team's strengths and minimized it so that it was minuscule. It hit me. That's what's missing from the Buffalo Bills is their lack of doing what the New England Patriots did so well. You've got great defensive line. We're going to isolate that and take that away from you.
I'm glad you said that because in the All-22 or whatever they were talking about is that the Bills, knowing how good the Houston Texans front line is, they still tried to only protect them with 5. He goes, they've done it all. Yeah, like
that's not that is irresponsible.
And Josh Allen's he's got some crazy percentage of sacks on 3rd downs, and it's like they don't even know their own stats.
I love the Tonawanda Police Department.
Okay.
I still lock my doors at night, though.
Okay.
I still set my alarm.
I want to see where this is going, folks.
Okay.
Where's this going?
I have one of the best quarterbacks in our era. He's an investment. I need to protect that investment.
Oh, yeah.
And I need to make sure that he's not going to get dry humped up and down the field the entire game.
Speaking of dry humping, that boy got fined. Ty Johnson.
He did 5,000 something for each pump, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So real quick, let me finish up this fucking mesh thing. The two routes I mentioned, the drag and the other drag and the cross in the middle, whatever. Those two routes want to run as close to each other as possible.
Yes.
One drag is designated to go under, the one is going over, forces the defender chasing a man to run over the top of the higher. Underneath drag is player on offense working not to get open, and then extend zone, blah, blah, blah. Many teams attempt to create more of a rub. There's all kinds of shit in here. Like, did these guys just go onto this page I'm on and figured it out? Like,
But they're watching the same footage. Like, you can get away with that week 1, 2, 3, 4.
how do defenses also know exactly the moment that Shakir's going to catch that fucking screen pass? And they sniff it out every play. It's amazing.
Film. We do the same thing.
It's crazy.
Week in and week out.
It's frustrating, for sure. Okay, let's try to keep this under an hour.
Yes.
Trying a new trend here. Quickly around the league, guys are spitting on each other. Guys are punching each other in the balls. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's just because of the holidays and stress or...
I'm sure
you know,
that happened back in the 60s.
These guys got to get second jobs and pay for
It feels
Christmas.
great to punch him in the yam bag every now and then.
Dude, last night, guy for Carolina punched somebody in the Raiders. Dude, he haymaker right in the
Mooring the
balls.
safety, he got him right in the twig and berries.
And it was a retaliation?
I don't know, maybe.
No, I think the retaliation happened after the game, right? And that's what
Yeah.
kind of went viral. Right?
Yeah, I think it
There
was
was a fight after
yeah.
the game.
So the guy just randomly punched him right in the coin purse. And,
Yeah.
and then,
It
okay.
was like, what's his name? Was it Wilkerson from the Dolphins a few years ago? He
Yeah.
got Josh Allen.
You know his grab?
Oh,
Yeah.
Speaking of classy guys, did you see the highlight of, I don't know which Texan guy it was, but he was sacking Josh Allen. It was low on his ankle, and then he
Changed
adjusted and went
yeah.
up. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Class
He had a
act.
hell of a game, that guy.
Class act. That's
Yeah.
something.
When he got hit from behind and he was kicking his feet on the ground, I stood up and said, "Oh, season over."
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I was walking out of the room.
Was that injury or frustration that he had a guy wide open and was probably going to score a touchdown and he got
I
sacked?
thought he broke his arm. I thought
Yeah,
it was
me too.
over.
I thought he said it went numb immediately, which would scare
Oh, see, I thought I was throwing a little
It's
tantrum
probably
that he
a-
fucking missed his
No.
throw.
Guess
That
it
was
was
after
funny
that.
ball, bro.
That's another thing that what the hell are we doing, or whatever he said.
Mhm.
When Josh Allen walked off. That's gone.
He got off the field at
viral.
Trubisky.
Yep, and he's
What are we doing? Yeah.
what he said was something along the lines of the play didn't come in quick enough and he had to adjust. But I think he's bitching about the play. He's not going to say it publicly.
Yeah.
You know, just you got.
Why aren't we? Why aren't there like the 3-step and balls out? Like, where's the quick throws? You know, the slants, the screens. You got all these bodies.
Right.
Use them old school. Just simplify it. Sean, before we get further into this, what time is Turkey Bowl? Is it going on this year?
It is going on this year. The Edison Fun Run is at 9 in the morning. Turkey Bowl will probably be around 9:35.
Okay.
No such thing as a fun
We send the children on the fun run.
Okay.
The adults sit there and drink coffee. And
That
watch.
is funny. That is funny. Anything else from around the league? Jamar Chase spit on Jalen Ramsey.
He's back.
As much as I'd like to say that Ramsey deserves it, I don't think anybody. That's the most
It's assault.
Disgusting.
demoralizing
It's assault.
act you could is
Yeah.
spit on somebody like
Well,
that.
and it's like a keeps on happening. Like there was a guy, an Eagles guy, Jalen Carter was it? I think.
Yeah.
At the beginning.
Start
This year, a
season.
couple weeks ago.
Game one.
It was a couple
First
weeks
game.
ago,
yeah,
like
yeah.
2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah. So I think it just seems to be happening. Like these kind of things that happen every now and then are happening all at once during the season. Like we talked about being a crazy season, but I mean
These young men are out of line. They're
have some
getting
proof
out of
about
control.
yourself, you know.
Yeah.
Xavier Sanders is him.
Yeah, he'll tell you
Taking it to
that.
the promised land. No, I know, I'm just fucking with you.
Did you know there's been as many quarterbacks since 1994 in Cleveland as there's been American presidents?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So, I got to find that other thing.
talk
It's on my
about a
phone here.
real rough start. Not only do you just get your ass handed to you in your league debut, but you get robbed for $200,000 in the same day. I mean, that's almost as bad as serving someone and cursing at him, knowing.
How do they
not
find where they
knowing-
live so easily and robbing them?
Google.
I mean, I know where Josh Allen lives, but
Well, there it is, Kyle.
That
That's
was-
your own question.
but he's only like I don't know.
You're
where
not going to
everyone
rob
lives.
him though.
Good old boys from Orchard Park have that locked down. You're not getting close to Josh Allen's house.
Yeah.
That's good old boy justice right there.
Anyways, what else happened in the league? Anything?
Not anything major. Yeah.
Raiders
I mean,
suck,
Chip Kelly got fired.
Chip Kelly got fired.
So
Yeah.
that's not too surprising.
The
but,
Rams are legit.
Yeah. Balanced offense. Okay. Why can't we grab a coach from that guy's tree?
because they're all 7. They're all like real young. Because he's only like not even, is he 40?
He's younger than us.
Yeah, he's younger than us. So I don't know.
We need somebody from that tree.
Yeah, I mean definitely from a different tree for sure.
You guys all right with these retreads? You know, like we almost brought back Shaq. Well, Shaq Lawson was here and tried out.
They did bring him back. They signed him to the practice squad.
Yeah, they signed him.
Oh, they did?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Today, John Fina tweeted that he'll come back.
that's funny.
If it was 2016, maybe it'd be good that we have Shaq Lawson, but
So they did sign. Okay.
yeah.
Well, you know what that means? Another body goes down. He's coming in.
Yeah, and they released another defensive tackle off the practice squad. They let somebody go for Shaq Lawson.
Yeah, I don't know who it was though.
Oh boy. Who else is disappointing you guys? Like I was gonna ask for 3 stars.
I don't know if we could pick that for that game.
Yeah.
Taron Johnson's not having the best season. Bernard is clearly hurt. He's not doing well. Milano's iffy.
Well,
And to me,
Cole Bishop looks good.
Okay.
Bishop looks good.
Besides Cook, who looks good? Who looks good consistently week in and week out?
Good question. Cook, Bishop,
And Bishop has only been the last several games.
Right.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Benford.
One
Benford's
healthy
in.
Kincaid. Kincaid's had a rebound.
I think Shakir is still pretty solid. He's not as good as he was last year, but he's still.
Yeah, I think he's hurt now too.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not even that too. We've said this whole show is they know the defense,
Right.
or the defense knows the offense.
Yeah,
so he's got no chance when you're throwing it to him a yard behind the line of scrimmage and there's 4 defenders beelining for him.
He's still good for a really awesome play when somebody.
Yeah.
Who would you say? So I guess I don't know anyone else besides Cook and Bishop. Who on the offensive line has been the most consistent or the best so far this season? I have a name.
Up until you may have just said it, but up until just the last game or two, Spencer Brown.
Yep.
Spencer Brown has had an excellent season. He got injured this week, and that definitely affected him. It was the Miami game. The Miami game, everybody sucked, but he looked a little weak. Other than that, he's had a stellar year, I think.
He cleaned up his penalties, and
Yep.
he really looks good this year.
Is that who you're thinking of? Because I think I know who you're thinking of if it wasn't.
I know who you're thinking of.
Who do you think?
I think Torrance.
That's what I thought.
Nope, he's not impressing me.
But that's the thing. You're not hearing a lot of them. Usually it's a good thing. On the
Oh,
defense.
I heard today on the All-22, he's been terrible, they said. He's been not good.
Who are you thinking of?
Oh, what the fuck's his name? He plays
Con-
left
Con-
guard.
Oh, David Edwards.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Who's the center?
Connor McGovern.
He got blown up in that.
Yeah,
one.
he has gotten blown up a lot. I feel.
Well, I think the entire line got embarrassed. I guess Torrance
is
has
that a
been-
draft pick? We always talk about wide receiver. Is that a pick of need that we need to do first, second round?
Yeah.
And I know usually those guys are like middle rounds, but I mean, is that a bigger need than what you think?
I think the Buffalo Bills understand, and I think what you saw this past offseason is what you're going to continue to see. I think their next, what they're looking for is they're going to follow the Denver scheme. They're going to follow possibly the Houston scheme, where you just have a stud quarterback and we just have a great defense and we'll take our chances with anybody.
But isn't that what we have now?
No,
we don't have a stud defense.
oh no, not at all.
Well, isn't that what they were trying to assemble?
No, but I
with
think
all the defensive picks.
I think they're like that's with Josh Allen where he is right now. That's our playbook. We're gonna ride this out. Where it was prior to that, it was offense, sign these flashy guys. I think they loaded up this past draft with defense. I would be stunned if they don't do it again.
Hey,
I
hold
think
on,
they're
hold
gonna
on, hold
load
on.
up again on
You said flashy guys.
Right.
Besides Diggs, who's flashy?
No, well, I won't say flashy, but they went after Diggs. Then they went after Kincaid on offense to
Draft pick, so
draft
that's
picks.
not flashy.
I get it.
Are you talking flashy free agent moves?
I'm talking
'Cause they can't do that, apparently.
Right. They seem to have stocked up in previous seasons of working with the offense to have almost replicate the greatest show on turf. I think starting this past year, you're seeing them shift to, we want to build one of the best defenses in football because we've got a stud quarterback that's going to make the difference on offense.
Okay, so in next year's draft, what would you be your first pick?
Any position that's on the defensive side of the ball. That's a lame answer, but I would not mind another corner again. Another corner.
So what if I were to tell you that the Bills last game, if they had better offensive weapons, scored 14 more points and the defense let in 7 more, so it would have been 33-30.
Okay.
Would you be okay with a 33-30 win?
100%. Is that going to win?
So what I'm saying is I think offense wins games and defense gets you to championships. So I'm thinking the Bills need to load up their offense and score fucking points.
I think they've seen enough of the NFL.
Fuck that, no way.
Yeah, I think
Nope.
they've seen enough of the NFL to realize that,
Nope.
that's not going to win.
I think that's what they've been trying to do, and it doesn't work.
I agree. They're going to focus now completely on the defense going forward.
What the fuck did they do in the draft, dude? They had 7 picks and they took 6 defenders.
I get that.
And half of them aren't even fucking playing because they're
I
hurt.
get that. They're going to do it again this year.
Oh my god, dude.
They're going to do it again this year and load up on defense.
Okay, so you brought up the greatest show on turf.
Yeah.
That's offense only.
During that time,
1-1.
they had one number 1 overall pick.
Right.
Do you remember who it was? I remember who it was, but I had to make sure it was the right one.
Was it the running back?
I thought it was the receiver.
Offensive tackle Orlando
Pace.
Yeah.
Ohio
I
State.
think he was top 3.
Yeah, he was
No, number first pick.
overall.
First overall,
Yeah,
yeah.
number 1 overall. So my point is, you mentioned the greatest show on turf. That's offense. You got to bolster that line too. I agree with you with the defense. I do, but you have to address the offensive line.
I agree. I'll give you
I
one
think
offensive
this.
lineman. Everyone else is going to be.
I think this team needs a few things. You need to get on the same page with the offensive coordinator and figure out how to evolve to make Josh Allen as utilized and efficient as possible. You need help in the wide receivers. What?
Can I give you a shitting on Bean retro take? Have you guys talked about this? 2 years ago, should we have stayed pat and drafted Worthy instead of Coleman?
In hindsight,
Yes. 100. That's what I said at the time. You know it.
yeah.
You know it.
How different would our offense be now?
I tried to show.
Oh,
it
I
from
don't
the
think any.
rooftops.
I don't think any
You don't
different.
think, you don't
No.
think you'd be like that guy who gets
We have
open,
a
who
speed,
breaks
we
down
have
the
a
speed?
speed.
Yeah.
But is that why we're running this mesh? Is because we don't have a downfield stretcher
I
speed
think
guy?
They built the offense that they wanted. Honestly, they want to be ball control. They want to do just keep other offenses off the field and just run the score.
Well, that could
See,
be
ball control is
that could be
good.
your defense having a better offense where you can march down the field and burn time and clock and cook like the running game.
They're built to play with the ball in their hands and from the lead. That's
Does
what
it
they-
seem
that's
like
what they're
yes?
built for.
So does it seem like we try to run the ball early, and if it works, great. But if it doesn't, we immediately bail, and then we got to go on Josh Allen's shoulders and have him play hero ball.
Every team does that though. Any team that gets behind early, they just abandon the run and they just start throwing bombs.
And that's what they say is the playbook on us is get up early. That's why when the Texans won the toss, they took the ball.
Yep.
The last few people have done that.
They want to get up on us because they know we play.
Who else did that?
I think
Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the other thing too is like a question about Bean really, and who I actually like, but I think we definitely need to question a few things. And one of my big questions is, why are we always in cap jail? The last 4 or 5 seasons,
Well-
we're always in cap jail. First, it was not first, but for a while it was because of different expiring contracts, Stephon Diggs and I don't know whoever else. And that's fine. That's going to happen every now and then. But every single year, we look at it and we've got $3 million where other teams have, $60 million. or
Right. Sean
whatever.
Burke says that's an operating cost left in the tank, right?
Well, how does Philadelphia and Baltimore continually load up with stud players
Yeah.
every year, and they make these these big runs? It's just we can never seem to do that.
So then, do you question Bean?
Oh yeah, I think he gives really good contracts to good players, but he can't get great players, and that's his MO.
And that's what I was saying about Rousseau earlier.
You
is
can
that
call
he's
Rousseau.
good.
Greg
Yeah.
Rousseau.
Until he gets more sacks, that's what
Maybe.
I'll call him.
Bruno.
Yeah. But yeah, he's a good player, not a great player. And that's kind of following with Terrell Bernard. and other people that they might have signed, and
Because Josh Allen's the only great player they need according to their playbook. That's it. You got Josh Allen. Everything else just needs to be good.
Told you, especially on defense.
I don't say I'm agreeing with that. I'm just saying that's what they're saying.
Can Josh Allen play defense?
Ha!
Sean, can he?
Can he play for the Sabres too?
They pay him like he should be playing both sides of the ball.
He cannot.
Right.
Nor would I want him to.
So here's a hypothetical. What if the Bills don't make the playoffs and Pagula decides to fire McDermott and Bean?
Never happened.
Neither of those scenarios are going to happen.
Never
What? No, I understand that. What if that does happen?
It won't happen, and it won't happen because of Pagula. He doesn't fire people.
Well, thank you, Kevin Adams. What if that were to happen though? Would the team get better?
If they don't make the playoffs, it's going to be an easy excuse. Like Josh Allen got hurt. Oh, well, there it is. We're going to make the playoffs. We lost Josh Allen. It's an easy, ready-made excuse. Therefore, I'm not going to fire someone.
What if Josh Allen isn't hurt?
I know, but that would probably be the only scenario where that would actually play out, where the Bills don't make.
So my question is if the Bills were to move on from McClappy,
That's more likely.
and Bean, you think they get rid of McClappy before
Yes.
Bean?
I agree.
Wait, who's McClappy?
McDermott.
Okay, see, I thought you were talking about Brady was McClappy because I know he gets really excitable when he's on camera. No, not McDermott. McDermott's not going anywhere. He is the cultural of that team. I could see Brady.
I'm just of one or the other. McDermott's going. Bean's not. If it's one of those two, that's what I'm thinking.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't think either one of them are going anywhere.
Right.
Okay, so my hypothetical is if we were to move on for those two gentlemen, does the team get better?
It's a big hypothetical.
Yeah, of course it is.
There's a
I don't know
lot of
who are you
factors.
replacing them with. That's
Somebody off of McVay's coaching staff.
Who are you gonna,
Anybody.
Name
Well,
somebody.
Anybody.
Well, it's not fair necessarily to say
The
that.
offensive coordinator?
Right.
I don't even know. I don't even care what his name is. Sign him.
Would you hire Eric Bieniemy? 'Cause
Yes.
He was Andy Reid's offensive.
Yes, I would.
I wouldn't,
Why not?
because he wasn't calling the plays. It wasn't his offense. I wouldn't do that.
Good point. That's why also I don't think I'm a fan of Babbage either.
No, Babbage is gone, man. This is his.
Yeah.
He's done after this.
I agree.
That I agree with.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if he's not gone.
I heard that there was rumors of another long-term AFC coach that might want to change the scenery. Everyone's saying it's Tomlin, and that makes a lot of sense.
I've heard that too. Yeah.
Would you bring Tomlin in?
Wow.
Where's he at right now?
Pittsburgh. He's
Yeah.
been in Pittsburgh forever.
As the
Head
Head
coach.
coach.
That would be intriguing.
Oh, Tomlin. I'm thinking when
I
you
love
said that, I
Tomlin.
thought when you said Tomlin, I immediately pictured Coughlin. Sorry.
He's almost interchangeable.
And I'm like, where's he at?
Yeah.
I think if you just want change, if you just want a new point of view in the.
I want an offensive head coach.
No, they get Dayball. He's available. You want?
Nope, I don't want to retread. I want new blood, new gene pool in
We
here.
tried that with Brady. I mean that's I get that. Maybe not the gene pool, but we've tried new, fresh, young.
How about McDaniel? Bring McDaniel in. He's going to be available.
That would be intriguing too. I wouldn't. I would not. It doesn't cost you anything on the cap.
I would
Load
not.
up at the coaching.
So you're whoa. You're fucking telling me, Sean, that you'd rather have Mike McDaniel here than Joe Brady right now?
I would be if you told me that was what happened in the offseason, I would not hate it. Let's put it that way.
Interesting.
If you said that 2 years, we gave him what he could. We couldn't get over it. Someone had to pay. We let Brady go. We're hiring McDaniels. I would
Oh,
not
as
hate
the
that
OC,
move.
not as the head coach. You're saying?
Yeah, I was saying the offensive coordinator.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were saying head coach.
No,
I'm
no,
like,
no.
what
Yeah,
the
no,
fuck?
we're talking. Yep.
Yeah, Sean, Mr. Sean here over here is like I've listened
Listen.
to all of your podcasts.
Listen.
You've been
I'm gonna tell a story of maybe someone who I know, and it's all about change of scenery.
Does he look like you?
He might.
Brian Dable?
No. Youth sports.
Have you taken a picture with him?
I've taken many pictures with this guy.
All right.
I think a change of scenery might actually be a good thing, right? Because from my personal experience, my son was on one soccer team with a coach,
Mm-hmm.
and he gets buried in there,
Mm-hmm.
in the roster, doesn't come out, goes to a new team. Next thing you know, he's their stud center back,
Mhm.
and now he's promoted to this giant premier team. And I think that maybe it's not the players you have, but maybe it is the coaches. That's why I'm saying, yes, it could get worse, but it can't get worse, right?
I know, but it's hard to.
I understand that, but it seems like we're doing the same exact thing every fucking year, and nothing is changing. We might get to the playoffs. We're gonna win a game and then lose. Get to the playoffs and then we're gonna lose. What?
Can I ask you this one question? How many? And I get it's a little bit different because you did win a championship. But how many Dolphins fans were saying that throughout the '80s and '90s with Don Shula, when they weren't winning Super Bowls, when they were making the playoffs and losing with a stud quarterback?
Okay, good point.
I mean, I get
Would
it
you not take Don Shula as a head coach?
I absolutely
would have.
I would have. You know.
So
When did he die?
Don Shula? Yeah, a long time ago.
How long ago? Because I just started watching Peyton's Manning's Places show, and they just showed him on one of the episodes.
Him or his son?
Yeah, who his son? Hey, Marv is still alive.
He died in 2020.
Yeah, he just turned 100, didn't he?
Yeah, we can get
That must have been right after they showed him on that show, celebrating the anniversary of the '72 Dolphins.
He died. He was 90 years old when he died.
So I'm thinking
Wow.
that McDermott's a little better than him. I mean, because he's dead. So
Then Shula?
yeah.
But the point was,
Currently.
I'm sure, and again, it's a little different because McDermott hasn't delivered a Super Bowl. Don Shula did.
Right.
How many years are you willing to devote to McDermott? Because he changed the culture that hasn't changed
I
anymore.
want to meet you halfway. I'm willing to take it yearly. But again, what Mr. Sean over here, who loves turkey, said, you got to show me who. Now, you brought up Tomlinson. Did I say it right?
Tomlin.
I don't know where I got that from. You brought
The
up
Damelian?
He coaches Joe Burrows, right?
I mean, McVay would be great, but he's not going anywhere. But like you brought up some legit alternatives that haven't really registered. That's what's always been.
You know who people really want is the coach from University of Indiana right now.
No, I'm good. I've seen too many college coaches fail. Great college coaches fail.
You know, I'm
The Hoosiers
kind
are
of,
undefeated right now, ranked number 2 in the nation.
Yeah, I know, but I kind of disagree that
The Hoosiers.
I don't mind. I know that's kind of crazy to say. I think that experience is good though. I feel like, and I agree with you that change of scenery is good. So like, I'm not completely against, a retread, I guess you would call it.
Is it because we're getting older and we're scared to take risks and change?
I was gonna say.
I mean, maybe.
It's so.
These young kids nowadays, they don't give a shit.
Well, because I think of experience. Because like when you do something for a while, like think of even like work. You know how to do your job better than your manager does.
Oh,
a lot of
100%.
times. So like they'll be asking you questions, and you're like, wait, you're getting paid way more than I am. Why are you asking me?
So who's got an answer on how many years they would sit with McDermott if everything stays as is?
Here's the thing. Your point about getting scared, and it's 18 years of trauma of not having a relevant team has got everyone thinking that they're more comfortable being relevant, but not being winners in the end. And I think that's what's tough for this fan base to say, like, well, this guy got us here. We're a good team now, but to say like it's hard to admit maybe we're not good enough and we could be better.
Well, how many years did Marvin Lewis stay in Cincinnati because he kept getting to the divisional game or the wild
exactly
cards?
it,
And that's the point about Don Shula. Yeah, he had one thing of success really early, and then how many years did they struggle and then never make a change?
I know for a fact you'd be okay with that. Josh Allen wins one, and after that they suck. Correct?
100%.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one before he died.
I mean,
Rio didn't win.
Tom,
He did.
He did not win, but Shula did with the
Yeah.
72 Dolphins.
Well, see, that's the question. Sorry
No,
to
good.
step on you there. That's the answer to the question about the Dolphins. Were the fans upset about them wasting Dan Marino's tenure? Were they just happy about 72 and 73? Like, I mean,
They still
I
got to the
thought-
playoffs though every once in a while,
Yeah,
right?
they still had a decent team. Yeah.
I don't at all question anyone in that organizations, including the gentleman who portrayed a Buffalo Bill employee in that awesomely cool Hallmark movie. I don't
You talking about
challenge.
Sal Capaccio?
I don't challenge any.
That movie kind of sucked, by
I
the way.
know. Well, you know what? It was,
I don't-
It's Hallmark.
watch it.
It's Hallmark.
It was,
It's
it was,
whatever.
it was totally Hallmark lovey-dovey.
It was cute.
But if you like Vidlers, it was great. Everyone in that organization knows they'll be kings forever if they can win a Super Bowl.
Yes.
I don't doubt anyone who wears the red, white, and blue with the buffalo on their helmet. They wake up dreaming about improving this team to win a Super Bowl. Their motives are crystal clear.
Is there any
to
other
a man.
franchise in the NFL that wants to win a Super Bowl more than the
I
Buffalo
can't
Bills?
imagine. Well, I'll push back on this one.
Minnesota.
I don't think there's a fan base that's more
Yeah,
ravenous
agreed.
or thirsty for
Yeah.
a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So
I
shouldn't you
want
want to
the
do?
lottery, but I can't. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I'm not likely to.
You got more chance of getting struck by lightning walking out of my house right now.
Agree or disagree? You have a better chance of seeing the Buffalo Bills win a Super Bowl than you win the lottery.
Lottery.
I want to.
Even though it's 1 out of 32.
I can't. You know what I mean? It's like I think they might
didn't
want it
ask
all
you.
they want, but they might not have the
Don't you
ability.
think you'd want to do everything you humanly could possibly do to bring a Super Bowl here?
I
Like,
think
hey,
so.
Josh Allen, will you take a hometown discount for like a year or two, and like
I think he
we'll
has.
give you $1 million bonus,
Yeah.
and we'll do all that money moving around bullshit, and we got to bring in all these free
Don't
agents.
forget though, it's a business.
Yeah.
A lot of these
And
guys
I'm glad
treat
you
it
brought
as
that.
their
Terry
job.
Pagula is making hand over fist with this team right now, even if they're going to lose.
Correct.
The Sabres have proven it. He doesn't give a
Yes.
shit.
Nope.
It's a business first for them. It's their job. And I think Josh cares. Josh wants to win for himself and for the town. But like we want it more than I think Brandon Bean does.
Sure.
Well, because they weren't here for
Correct.
the whole 17-year drought. They weren't here for the four Super Bowl losses. You know, they didn't. I know it's a different team, but they weren't here for the no goal, all that good stuff. So,
That's a good point.
you know,
What I've been thinking over and over again through this entire conversation is this. Think about the problem we're bitching about right now. And then think about the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns
Oh, God.
and the Buffalo Sabres. You
Right.
know, these are first world problems, right? We're complaining that we haven't won anything yet. We all want them to win, but just remember where we're at. Because I'll tell you right now, if we're still in the drought era, we're not sitting in this basement right now. We're not sitting here doing this, right? This brought us together.
Funny you brought this up. I was listening to a podcast or searching something on the internet for podcasts or something, and it came up where this guy was doing.
You brought the porn around. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I was searching the internet. Never mind, keep going.
and I came across this guy who used to host a Carolina Panthers podcast. He says, I can't bitch every episode anymore. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
So they put it on halt until they
So we wouldn't
got
do
something to
that.
talk about.
So,
I just shout out to Steve Dangle, who is a huge.
You know Steve?
No, I don't know Steve.
Oh, shit.
But as
Good friend of mine.
avid Boston Bruins fan, he's a guy who absolutely has started kind of what we would aspire to be, Leaf fan reaction, and he loses his mind every time.
So he's a
the
Leafs
Toronto
fan?
Maple Leafs. Yeah, he's a diehard. He worked for Sportsnet, and he's been doing and actually like being like a legit moneymaker, book writing, just doing YouTube videos about Toronto Maple Leaf stuff.
with a name like Dangle, you better be a hockey guy.
He's definitely a hockey guy.
Was he a former porno guy?
He was not. I'm pretty sure he's doing. I
No,
think
you
he's-
won't find him in your searches, guys.
No, definitely won't be there. Yeah, I mean his stash. He's raising money, I believe, for a cause. But
Mustache?
mustache. So I mean, I think he's. It might look like that, but no, he's not in that business. But that's a long suffering fan base like the Carolina Panthers, where he's even admitted he can't scream every single time, but he does admit.
Is that Herbeck that just commented on the live feed?
Mine froze, so I shut up.
What do you have to say?
Chris Herbeck, go Bills. Go Bills, bud.
Look at that guy.
Oh,
We miss you.
oh shit.
Oh, sorry.
No, it died.
Oh, okay.
That's all right.
Oh well. All right. Well, we'll turn this off. Get your hand out of there.
Gotta pick time out of that. We
Dying.
gotta be over our hour.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, there's 1,000 different things that this team could do, right?
Right.
And they gotta do something.
It starts with winning this.
Something.
You can't look ahead. You got to win this next.